Colombia may have the oldest democracy in Latin America, but the country has been plagued by a bloody civil conflict that has spanned over 50 years, claiming 260,000 lives and displacing 5 million people. But how did it begin? With a period known as La Violencia, a brutal civil war that raged from 1948 to 1958. It was triggered by the assassination of the politician Jorge Eliezer Gaitán. Liberals and conservatives turned on each other, and the country erupted in civil war. Eventually, the liberals and conservatives signed a peace treaty called the National Front, ending La Violencia. However, the agreement banned any political activity outside of the two dominant parties, and all other political expression was forcibly repressed. This drove peasant communities to form left-wing guerrilla groups, inspired by the 1959 Cuban Revolution. The two most significant groups were the National Liberation Army, the ELN, and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, the FARC. The 70s, 80s and 90s saw Colombia's cocaine production exponentially increase. Drug cartels in Medellin and Cali fought the Colombian government in a bitter power struggle. Meanwhile, various right-wing paramilitary groups formed, namely the United Self-Defense Forces of Colombia, the AUC, who were said to have orchestrated the deaths of thousands of FARC rebels and alleged sympathizers. Both guerrilla and paramilitary forces engaged in criminal activity, including kidnapping, extortion, and murder. Incentivized by the offer of reduced prison sentences, many paramilitary groups disbanded from the early 2000s onwards, including an estimated 31,000 AUC fighters. From 2002 to 2008, with significant US intervention, then-President Álvaro Uribe launched an extensive military assault, significantly weakening guerrilla forces and reducing their territory. Then, in 2012, the FARC began negotiating a peace deal in Cuba with current President Juan Manuel Santos. The process was long and often volatile, but in 2016 an agreement was signed and peace was officially restored to Colombia.